Yuan is a final year computer science student at Ulster University and is also the vice chair at BCS NI. And the title of his talk will be From Classroom to Conference Stage, How Extracurriculars Can Launch Your Tech Career. So over to Yuan.
Perfect. Yeah, hi folks, my name is Yuan. So today I'll be doing a lightning talk called like From Classroom to Conference Stage, How Extracurricular Can Launch Your Tech Career. What? Lost my mouse a little bit. So a little bit about me. I'm currently as wonderful was saying, I'm a final year student at Ulster University and recently won the Young Person in STEM/Tech Award. I wish they would give me prize or cash or something like that, but no, just a trophy. Maybe sell it on eBay one day, if I really need cash. Yeah. But beside my study, though, I'm also the vice chair of like a BCS NI and also organizers from different communities such as like Belfast Ireland, Women Tech Maker Belfast, and GDG Belfast. Again, my mouse, I lost it. Okay. So here's a little bit of overview about it. So first, I will talk about like the how participating in tech communities and meetups can open doors, right? And then move on to some tips about growing networks. And then third, we'll talk about why certification matter. And lastly, we mentioned about like how to build a personal brand. So okay, first, so when we think about career growth in tech, it's easy to think about like focus on skills, projects, or certification, right? But there's a crucial part of this journey that often go overlooked: the power of community. And one of the most transformative aspect of my journey is being the power of community, like being part of a tech community, open doors to many things, like more than just technical skill. It's about sharing learning, finding inspiration. Oh, is it working? Yeah, finding inspirations and creating a support system. So first, like sharing learning, right? So when we are in the community, learning happens so much faster because you are surrounded by folks with different experience. And I personally find it, like learning through this way is a lot more faster because you get feedback instantly and you get different opinions also, Also not to mention, it's great to meet like-minded folks. For inspiration, you can always stay updated about the latest trend in the industry, new ideas, career path, and projects, which can open possibility that you might not have considered before. And I have to be admit, like a tech can be isolated sometimes, right? We all feel that sometimes. But in a community, you have people who understand what you are going through. Maybe you are struggling with imposter syndrome, or you are dealing with some complex issue. Community members are there to offer advice and support, and sometimes even job referral on opportunity. There are a lot of tech communities in Northern Ireland, and you can find them on Meetup, Discord, Slack, etc. And look for the ones that align with your interests and your career goal. It could be a general tech meetup or something more specific like Belfast JS or DevOps Belfast. And there's a plugin there. So, okay, move on to volunteering and helping organizing events. It's great to attend to different meetups and conferences. But what if? What if I want to do more? So firstly, why volunteering is valuable? Isn't it about just free labor? Wow. Well, it's not wrong, okay? But it's also great to give back also, and to keep the circle going. Also, it could lead to future opportunities. There are a lot of benefits to organize events and conferences. Think about organizing events. It's like doing a project, You will have to do planning, communication, budget management, research, outreach, sometimes even management. And those skills can be transferable to other roles. Organizers also do have the advantage, connecting with speakers, sponsors, and attendees. It's part of the responsibility, but also benefit. So how to start it? How to start this? Approach the organizer of the community that you are interested in. Trust me, a lot of the tech communities in Northern Ireland would be love to have an extra hand. It can start from something small. And then as you build trust, you can take on more responsibility. Okay, next point, networking. So networking in tech can be seem daunting, and it's not just about adding contacts on LinkedIn, we're not recruiters, okay? Yeah, it's about building meaningful, lasting relationship that brings support and opportunities through your career. And let's dive into some few tips. So first of all, have a clear personal introduction. First, be real and keep it simple. Rather than a rehearsal pitch, think about a friendly intro. Second, be honest about where you are in your journey. If you're early in your career or just exploring new skills, right? Say so. It's often relatable and people won't judge you about that. Lastly, end with an open invitation. After introduce yourself, Invite them to share something about them, about their work or interests. Your introduction should feel like a natural conversation starter rather than a pitch. It's about finding a mutual connection rather than impressing someone. Be genuine and curious. Authenticity is essential. People resonate with those that who are genuinely interested and make the conversation feels like real rather than transactional. Here are some few tips, and just like I mentioned before, ask open-ended questions. Also focus on their journey and listening. People enjoy sharing their story, right? Especially their career path, personal life, or challenges they have overcome. But it's important to focus on listening. When we are nervous, we often focus about what we're gonna say next, But if you're truly listening, you often find natural conversation cues to respond to. This made the exchange feel real and engaging. After that, based on what they say, ask the follow-up questions. Lastly, remember some small details from previous conversation. Mentioning some specific things from a previous conversation shows that you are genuinely listen and care about the connection. I have to be admit, real listening is rare. A lot of time we are self-focused, but when you actually try to understand other people, you create meaningful connection that go beyond surface level networking. Okay, why certification matters? Okay, so certification provide more than just a credential. There are a tool for personal and professional development. Staying relevant in the fast-changing field, right? Technology practices, evolves in a rapid pace. When formal education, such as university, they can provide you a strong foundation. However, but certification can ensure you to stay updated, with new tools, framework, best practices that the employers are looking for. This can show the potential employers and clients that you are committed to your own professional growth. That indicates that you have taken the time to learn, grow, and invest your career beyond your day-to-day responsibility. Certification, I do open doors and to a lot of roles that you might not have qualified yet. If you think about pivoting in a new tech field, certification are one of the fastest way that could gain credibility. It increases your employability and get you competitive edge, building confidence in your skill, which I think is really important for folks who are in the early career stage, and also open up career path. So choose a certification that aligns both your career goal and also the current industry needs. It's important to select the ones that it has been recognized in your field and that offers most value related to your career stage. It's crucial to also apply what you learn in real world settings. This just make sure that certification is not just a piece of paper, but a demonstration of your skill in action. Also, it should be seen as a large learning path, because they allow you to revisit key concepts and learning new skills, because some of the certification, you have to renew every 5 years, etc. They are the investment in your career, offering validation to your skills, helping you to stay relevant and position you for the more opportunities. We're nearly there, okay? Last point, okay? I know a lot of folks are dying for the after party, Trust me too. So in the crowded field, your personal brand sets you apart. Authentic branding isn't about creating a fake persona. It's about showcasing your real interests and your value and strength. It's about how others perceive you based on your actions, skills, and contribution. So to build a strong personal brand, start with the basic. Know yourself. Take some time to do self-reflection. You can ask friends or colleagues, to tell you what they see as your unique strength. Also, focus on what you enjoy also. It will make maintaining your brand feel more natural. Sharing content related to your expertise is a great way to establish and reinforce your personal brand. But the key is to focus on the area that you're genuinely interested in. When you post something like that, and think about what is valuable to the audience, like tips, lesson learned, or project highlight. That doesn't mean you have to post every day. We're not recruiters, okay? But constantly showing up. And don't be afraid to engage with other people's content. This will make you more approachable and help others to connect with your brand. So, okay, move on to this part. So instead of trying to connect with everyone, focus on quality relationship with people who inspire you or share similar interests. This brings back to the beginning of this talk, right? Attending meetups, conferences, and other events is a great way to find like-minded professionals. So networking isn't about gathering as many connections as possible. It's about building relationships based on mutual respect and shared interests. By approaching networking with authenticity, you reinforce the idea that your brand is about who you are, not just what you know. So building an authentic personal brand, it takes time, okay? And you have to be patient about that, but it's really worth it. So remember that there's no rush, you know? You're not trying to create a viral persona, you know, but to establish a genuine presence that represents your journey and your value. It's also like help to celebrate like a small wins, you know, along the journey, because it could be a really long journey. And by sharing these few milestones, you keep your brand dynamic and let others to see your progress. So be patient with the process. Stay true, to what feels authentic and enjoy the journey. When your brand genuinely reflects who you are, you attract opportunities and relationships that is a perfect fit for you. So here's a bit summary. I think I might run over time, so I'm gonna skip it. Okay, so that's it. Okay, thank you so much for listening. I was so afraid that nobody gonna come, you know? Yeah, and yeah. If anyone had any question or just want to chat, feel free to drop me a message anytime. I'm actually very approachable, you know. Don't get misled by this 7 layer, okay? I'm actually really nice, okay? Thank you, folks.